Trump's domestic security director with the Nazi drama to protect the division of children. While Trump continues to pursue a policy of soft ethnic cleansing along the border by deporting undocumented immigrants en masse and cruelly separating children from their parents in order to inflict terror on people of color, those around him remain starkly complicit either through outright endorsement or silence that offers tacit support. Those who help in this program of state terror have decided that intentionally traumatizing children as a deterrent to curb immigration is something they can justify and live with, and history will judge them harshly for their evil. ICE, the organization largely responsible for kidnapping these children with the full knowledge they will never be reunited with their parents, is an agency within the Department of Homeland Security. DHS, in turn, is run by DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, a woman who has quickly revealed herself to be a coward at best and a fascist at worst. Today, Nielsen spoke to the National Sheriff's Association and attempted to defend her department's actions, The Hill reports. It is important to note that these minors are very well taken care of. Don't believe the press. They are very well taken care of, you know this, as many of you have detention facilities of your own, Nielsen said about children who are being kept in cages, and subjected to such horrifying psychological torture that some have even tried to commit suicide. The bit about the press is worth noting, since Nielsen is only able to use that kind of rhetoric because her president has spent months waging a war against the media, undermining them and constantly referring to them as fake news. This misreporting by members, press and advocacy groups must stop. It is irresponsible and unproductive, also said. Now we see the rotten fruit that has come to bear. Trump has destroyed a segment of the population's faith in the news networks, so now the networks find it harder to expose the administration's burgeoning crimes against humanity. As the crimes worsen, the denials become more adamant. Destroying faith in the media is a necessary step in the ascension of any fascist regime, and unfortunately, the Nazi comparisons that have long been derided by the right as hysterical are starting to look more and more appropriate. Children concentration camps are being defended through mendacious propaganda. One can't help but conjure the term Lügenpresse or lying press, the phrase used by Nazis to undermine media coverage that they saw as unfavorable. Nielsen also managed to offer that most tepid and disingenuous defense of her department's hateful activities by saying they are simply enforcing the law, as if the law itself is not deeply immoral. Regardless of the laws on the books, those who willingly destroy families are morally responsible and should at least be fired, if not prosecuted. We operate according to some of the highest standards in the country. We provide food, medical, education and all the needs of the child, but let's be honest, there are some who would like us to look the other way dealing with families at the border and not enforce the law, Nielsen said. ICE has proven itself to be a fascist organization populated by rapists, pedophiles, and sadists. Every moment it continues to operate in the United States is a stain on this country's conscience that will horrify future generations. It must be disbanded, and the criminals in its ranks immediately prosecuted.